Hello, and thank you for tuning in once again. You are tuned into the Real Psychic Investigators. Uh, Here on this channel, we expose karmics and help the investigators throughout the world with their cases by exposing and sharing certain details, however those details come about, including names, locations, birthdays, and that. Um, there is a lot of celebrity energy that comes out here. And again, with those energies, investigators, please take a look at your cases and see what resonates for what's going to be shared at this time. Thank you so much, Collective, for tuning in. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started. I turned the camera on because all day since I posted the first reading, and there's something I need to say about Aaliyah, the music artist, okay? And we did pull on her energy 2 days ago, I want to say. Um, Aaliyah. And so her plane crash happened in the Bahamas. She was 22. Um, and so something I'm going to mention here, yeah, I'll mention it here. But then we'll move on to the spirit being that was actually brought to me, and the reason why, again, why I turned the camera on once again, to bring forth whatever karmic information, Divine said, whatever karmic information or whatever else needs to come forth, investigators, in order to help you solve your crimes. Again, Collective, if you are not an investigator, you are, but if you are not, as far as a licensed investigator here on Earth, you are an investigator. Okay, you are meant to uncover karmic things and deeds and demons. You are meant to reveal them. That's why you're sown into where you're sown into. That's why you're sent where you're sent. Job, that's why you got that job and not the other job. Okay, that's why you had to relocate from there to there. Because you're on assignment, whether you recognize that today as that or not. Okay, so very quickly, Aaliyah, born 1/16/79. Okay, so 1/16/79. Also 79, 7 and a 9 is 16. Okay, so that's a 16/16. That's 88/88. And I just got diamond. I just got diamond. At your best, you are love. You're within my life. I'm starting to get teary-eyed. Let me quit. Legal name, Aaliyah Dana Halton. Okay. Again, investigators, any of those names. Bahamas could be significant for an investigation or collective for you. Brooklyn, New York. So I'm going to mention here real quick, and I was going to do a longer video, and I still might do a longer study and that into her, like her parents and that sort of thing is what I'm meaning. Esoteric look into her parents, her lifetime this time here, for the 22 years that she was here. She married R. Kelly when she was 15, 14, 15. Okay, in 1994. I don't know where they got married, and I don't know who performed that ceremony, but in the United States, that's illegal. Okay, but I want to share something with you real quick, because I don't want to dwell on this, because again, there's another spirit being who's still here. Okay, who's doing amazing work, and she is the spirit that's being brought to me at this time. And again, I don't know where it's going to go from there, but if you can, hang on for the ride. Okay. So, and then of course, Robert Kelly. Okay, let's look at his dumb ass. Okay, So pay attention. Pay attention to the synchronicities. January 8. Okay, so he was an 8. She's a 16. Okay. 67. Robert Sylvester. I often say Sylvester in regards to Stallone from time to time. Kelly. Okay. You could be investigating a Robert Kelly, CIA agent, DEA agent. You could be investigating a Kelly Sylvester or Robert Sylvester, Sylvester Roberts, however it goes. All right. So he's 58. And when return to sender, return to sender, return to sender, times 5,000 with vengeance and the sword. So Aaliyah, when she passed in 2001, in 2001, when she passed, her and her ancestors got together, and this is mica. For those of you who are wondering, this is the crystal mica. Okay. Her and her ancestors got together because her ancestors didn't want R. Kelly marrying her at the age of 15. So it could be, listen to me, it could be that she was about to speak up. Okay? You might not think R. Kelly does witchcraft, but she might have been about to speak up about whatever was being done to her. She might have already started to, again, back then, I was in the military and very much removed from, I still am removed from, whatever goes on in Hollywood and all celebrities and all that stuff. Again, I don't keep up with who's married to who and who's that and all that. And if you watch the videos, you will know that. I'm like, are they still married? Are they still, who is that? I don't keep up with that stuff. Okay? That is completely irrelevant to me. Okay? If I was a Hollywood star, let me try to think of someone whose personal life I would live, like Reba McEntire. Okay? Very private personal life. Morris Chestnut, listen to the names, investigators. Morris Chestnut keeps his family away from the media. How often do you see Morris and his kids out in the media? It's rare. I would be along those lines. Okay? Because that's my first objective, is to protect my seed, protect my bride, protect my empress. That's my first job. Whatever occupation I do, that comes later. Okay? So, her and her ancestors, when she passed, this past lifetime that we knew her as Aaliyah in 2001, she and her ancestors began to bring justice to this demonic sexual demon. Okay? That's what happened. Okay? So she wasn't able to bring justice here on the earth. And again, maybe perhaps she was about to speak up on it, release a book, whatever. But justice did come. It would have been nice for her to still be here. All right? And for her now to have released 5 more albums and, and that sort of, it would have been great. And she'll be back. But her and her ancestors delivered justice to that sexual predator. Okay? So I just thought I'd share that with you. And that also goes to show you, or hopefully helps to confirm in you, investigators, that there are spirit beings here in the natural and beyond that are willing to help you with your cases. Okay? There is no doubt that Sandra Birchmore, okay? If you don't know that case, Massachusetts, Sandra Birchmore, Officer Farwell, okay, who murdered her, okay? He was grooming her for 10 years. He started, I shouldn't say that because she was a minor, it sounds harsh, okay? But he started humping on her when she was 12 years old. and he was 28, 27. 10 years. Her and his wife were pregnant at the same time. He killed her the day of, day after, shortly after, or whatever. His wife gave birth. She would have been giving birth immediately after. She was about to speak up because it takes money to raise a child, as I said in the previous video. But he wanted to keep her quiet. Okay? Again, show you this angel. Again, I got the word diamond when I first started talking about her. Okay? Okay. But the individual who I turned the video camera on for is Tamron Hall. Okay. So let's take a look at Tamron Hall. Tamron Hall is an example of an alchemizer, and I shared this on Esoteric Guidance, Extraterrestrial Earth Angel some time ago, but it's back again. Okay, something's coming back. Something could be coming back around. I'm looking here, looking at her birth date, this lifetime, that we know her as Tamron Hall, and I'm also next to a building in one direction here. I'm near a building that is Regent Hall. I'm in Malaysia, for those of you who did not know, and haven't been in the U.S. since May of this year, while my own investigation is going on. So there is a Regent Hall somewhere. So the name Hall, Regina Hall. Okay? But Tamron Hall, she is something of an alchemizer. So let me read you a little bit about Tamra. Okay? Born 8/16, so happy belated birthday. Okay? Is an American broadcast journalist, television talk show host, and author. In September 2019, Hall debuted her self-titled syndicated daytime talk show, which is, the name of it is Tamron Hall, I believe, which has earned her 2 Daytime Emmy Awards. Hall, formerly a national news correspondent. Okay? Investigators, grab a pen real quick. I'm going to write down the stations. Okay, what do they call those? Station identifiers. What are your station identifiers? Station call numbers, some call letters, whatever that is. I don't know. Like WKRP. What is that? WKRP. What is that? That might be significant. I don't know what that is. So I'm going to read this, and I'm going to read the years that she was with these stations, and investigators compare these to your notes and the investigations that you're currently doing, and see if any of these initials, first, middle, last name, resonate with what you're doing. And again, they could be abbreviations for a state. So for instance, MSNBC could Mississippi, and then you're investigating someone in Mississippi whose initials are NBC, BNC. Help think outside the box, investigators. Okay? I just got parole officers. Welcome in, parole officers. Think outside the box. You could be looking for a fugitive. Parole officers. I need to probably add that too. Yeah, parole officers. So, welcome in. Okay? First, KBTX 92 to 94. Again, it could be 29. They could be 29, 49. Okay, 94, 92, 94. KBX. Or excuse me, KBTX. KBTX. Okay. Next, KTVT 1994, 1990 to 1997. Next, and this may be the only reason why I'm on here, to be honest with you. This may be the only reason why Most High brought her to my attention today, was to bring up this, other than to show you how she alchemized a situation, and I will share that. Okay, next, WFLD 1997 to 2007. Okay, could be something about 10 years. Next, MSNBC 2007 to 2017, another 10 years. Okay? Today's take, 2014 to 2017. 2014 to 2017 could be significant for an investigation or for you, collective. Okay? And then again, her syndicated talk show, Tamron Hall. Her husband, Stephen could be significant. The color green or greener, or the last name Green, it could be spelled Greene or Green. I don't think most last names are spelled. I think most last names that are green have an E at the end, I think. But again, that doesn't necessarily have to be the case. One child, and Stephen and her were married in united in 2019. So I know her alchemizing journey and how she became who she is. And also, by the way, also, let me get to the case. Let me get to the case. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I'm going to read this. So just, again, bear with me. That's the purpose of this channel. Okay, so I'm going to read this to you, or a little bit. Okay, in 2004, Hall's sister, Renate, Renate, was murdered following bouts of domestic violence. Although police officers initially informed Hall's family of their certainty regarding her attacker's identity, that person was not charged and the case remains unsolved. Today, during an interview at the Television Critics Association in January 2014, there is no doubt that the investigators are hiding information in her case. There is no doubt. Somebody does not want the perpetrator to be prosecuted in this case. They could have a father, mother, cousin, aunt, uncle, granddaddy, daddy that works for the justice system. There is something in this case regarding Renate that they do not want to get out. It could be a politician involved. It could be a politician's son, a police officer's son, a police officer's daughter. It could be anybody. They do not want, that's the reason why. And I felt like I should have said Tamron, that's the, you may probably don't even need me to tell you that, but that's the reason why they refuse to close your case and bring in the perpetrator. Because they have some connection to someone in a high position within the city, jurisdiction, precinct, whatever, wherever this happened. That's why. And they're hiding something. It could go as far as the mayor. The governor. I said mayor, so there you go. Okay. During that interview, Hall described receiving the phone call that her sister had been found dead, noting that in hindsight, there had been many signs of domestic violence. This is why I warn you, women, men, get out. Don't tell them, just pop smoke. Pull the pin out of the grenade, throw that motherfucker, and just disappear. When the smoke clears, they don't know where you went. Up, down, left, right, or straight. They don't know where you went. Pull the pin and just leave. I'm going to continue to hit that point home. I'm going to continue to. Okay? But that she had done nothing to intervene and partly blames herself for the death of her sister. She should not carry that burden. I hope she's forgiven herself at this point. Hall credited her personal experiences with domestic violence for her drive to host Deadline. Okay? I'm going to ask you a question. This is for the collective. Do you believe that Tamron Hall would have transmuted the death of her sister this lifetime, whom she loved? Do you believe that she would have alchemized into who she is today, ascended into truly who she is today? Okay? By the way, that is a healer, okay? Because she's helped many, hundreds, perhaps, at this point, now that she's on her earthly criminal case solving journey, okay? Exposing the karmics. Do you think that she would have ascended to that place had that not happened to her? I'm talking about alchemizing something. Water to wine. I'm talking about alchemizing. Okay? So, Tamron Hall. In 2014, Today, the TV show, launched the Shine a Light campaign, where the show's anchors each picked a cause to support throughout that year. Hall chose to fight against domestic abuse with the goal to create a PSA, public service announcement, on esoteric guidance, extraterrestrial earth angel. I do spiritual state of the union addresses, and I take the cases and political situations and that sort of thing that's happening around the globe here on the planet that Most High brings my attention to. I don't go chasing anything, okay? And I share information, and from a spiritual perspective, from a higher perspective of what those things mean and how we can go about correcting those things. All of those things require changes of physical laws in this place. All of them require changes of physical laws because of the legal system. Tamron Hall, the reason why your sister's case, the reason Renee, the spirit of Renee, the reason why, and she might be the one who brought her sister to me today, the reason why your case is still unsolved in the 3D is because that there are laws in place that protect the wicked, spirit of Renette. That is why. Tamron, that is why. So until we change the physical laws, these things will continue to happen. And unfortunately, these things will continue to go decades being unsolved. So investigators, FBI, DEA, CIA, police departments, sheriffs, presidents, vice presidents, director of the FBI, director of the CIA, Central Intelligence Agency. Are you really for truth? Are you really? Or do you just say that because you have a badge and that's what you're supposed to say? But truly, you don't really care about the people. You don't really care about the beings that pay your paycheck. Police officer. Local tax dollars pay your salary. Sheriff. And not your tax dollars. Okay? So, to Tamron, definitely continue on your journey. She's 55 today. Again, she just turned 55. You could be seeing 55. It's 7:23. Okay? That's 75. 75. Okay? Anything else divine in regards to this? Also, I'm just born on the 16th of a month, on the 9th month, because man added January and February. Originally, there were only 10 months until 153 BCE. Go look it up. When was January and February added to the calendar? Originally, March was the first month of the year. So she was born on 9/16, Aaliyah 1/16. That's an 8. Talk to me, Iravat. Just doing my job. Okay? So, again, collective, take this as it resonates. We will go ahead and pull just some tarot again. Tarot at the end in this case, just to confirm the energy, spirit of Renette Hall, in your most recent lifetime that we are familiar with you and knew you as that, your sister, as you've helped her, and your ancestors along with you from above have helped her to bring about more justices, even though you continue to wait on justice. Spirit of Renette, you continue to wait on justice, but now I am, as an ascended master here on the earth, I am now speaking forth your justice. I am now speaking forth your justice. Okay? Because again, you've helped your sister get to a place to where she is now able to heal so many families through her work. Okay? Now it's time for Tamron to get some justice. And maybe there's something coming out in the news about this that hasn't been released yet. Okay? Okay, so we have a walking away. We have a 9 of Pentacles. We have a 6 of Pentacles for investment, sharing. Okay, someone investing in someone else. Confirmation burp. Investing in you, investigator. Someone may want to talk to you, a reporter, journalist, or you collective. Someone may want to talk to you, invest in you. Okay, in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Okay, again, I don't know what Tamron Hall was doing before. I mean, perhaps she started out in broadcasting, and then okay, so she started out in broadcasting originally, okay, on those stations that I mentioned. Okay, but her sister's death opened the door again because her sister started helping her from above and her ancestors to get her to a place to where she could start to heal other families, even though her sister and their bloodline, her spiritual bloodline, has yet to receive healing in that way. And we have the Ace of Cups. With the 10 of Wands. Okay? So what we're looking at here is with the Ace of Cups, the 10 of Wands, okay? So the Ace of Cups, look at these two cards together. So this represents some type of offer. I'm not a tarot reader, okay? I'm an empath, okay? And clairvoyant, clairsentient, clairaudient, but I'm not a tarot reader. Okay, that's why I don't go into all of the whatevers about tarot. I don't. I use them as a tool, and that's it. I don't need to get into all of the whatevers about tarot. Okay, 10 of Wands. Okay, so this is success and accomplishment. Okay, so let me put this together here and stop trying to explain them separately. Okay, so walking away is an accomplishment. Okay, an offer coming in with this 6. Okay, taking you to the 9. Okay, and again, this here represents some type of partnership, a love partnership, a business partnership. So someone's coming in, collective, to invest in you. And again, investigators, you can receive this as well, okay, as a transitional type of message for you wherever you are in your journey, okay? An investment, see, giving, receiving, okay, that exchange, mutually beneficial type of agreement. It's a win-win. I win, you win, because all we do is no matter what. Okay? So that's what we have here. So collective, congratulations for you. You walked away. You, okay, are seeing something. Okay? Also, I'm getting responsibility of some sort. So it could be added responsibility, okay, obviously, typically. With new job offers, there's added responsibilities. Spiritual promotions, there's added responsibility, okay? You can't be the same, you can't have the same responsibilities when you're in low vibration as you are after your dark night of the soul. You can't, you have different responsibilities now, okay? So again, as it resonates, which means what easily fits. But take a look, and then I'm going to show you Tamarin's picture, and then I'm going to go, okay? Until the next episode. I'm thinking of a rap song until the next episode. Snoop Dogg or something. I don't know. Is Snoop, is he in the news? Is he in trouble or something? I don't know. I'm not going to look that up at this time. Okay, but here we go. Okay. Collective investigators. And Tamarin and Hall could be obviously significant for you. I hope you got that, investigators. I mean, I hope I don't need to say that. Okay. So here's someone who is fulfilling her mission here. She might not have even known when she got into broadcasting, went to school for broadcasting, okay, that that's what she was going to end up doing. She may not have even known that, okay? She went to Temple University, just FYI. Oh, and Lulling, Texas. Lulling, Lulling, Texas, okay, is where she was born this lifetime. Thank you so much, Tamarin Hall, your spirit. Thank you so much, Renette Hall. Thank you so much for being on this journey. As always, collective, investigators, PIs, and now probation officers. Welcome in and thank you so much. As always, be encouraged.